Good morning, my dear students, and welcome back to class on history. In the previous classes, I had explained to you the causes for the French Revolution and the outbreak of French Revolution. In today's class, we are going to learn what was the impact of the French Revolution and what was the influence of French Revolution. This point has to be understood under two headings. That is, what was the influence of French Revolution in France and what was the influence of the French Revolution outside France. So these are the 2 points that we need to understand. So let's go through the first point. What was the influence of French Revolution in France? The first and the foremost impact of the French Revolution was that it brought an end to feudalism in France. Which means there was a complete disappearance of feudalism in France. Second, there was the emergence or there was the growth of new economic system of capitalism in France. Which means capitalism became an economic system in France after the French Revolution. Third thing, France became a republic and provided all the basic human rights to all the people. And the citizens were given the right to vote and elect their own representatives. So these are the four things that happened within the country after the French Revolution. And let's move on to what was the influence of French Revolution outside France. It popularized the idea of nationalism, and French Revolution became a source of inspiration for other countries to attain freedom and to attain their own rights. And the ideals of freedom, equality and justice inspired the people to attain all those things in their life. Now let's see what was the post-revolution period, which means what happened soon after the French Revolution. So these are the two things that you need to understand. What was the impact of French Revolution in France and outside France. Now let's see post-revolution period. The countries like England, Holland, Spain and other European countries began to spread revolutionary ideas, and France was involved in series of wars with these countries. And then we have the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte. So that's important thing you need to learn, the rise of Napoleon. And he was the most powerful man, and he was a general in the French army. He was the first council, means head of the government, and emperor of France. And what is his speciality? Napoleon was an ambitious man. And what was its aim? What was his ambition? His aim was to control the whole of Europe. So he wanted France to control the whole of Europe. So what did he do after becoming the emperor? He declared war on Austria and defeated Austrian forces in 1805. In 1805 Battle of Austerlitz, he defeated the combined armies of Austria and Russia, and in 1806 he defeated Prussia, and in 1807 he destroyed the Russian army. So these are the achievements of Napoleon. And what was its aim of military campaign? Why did he begin the military campaign? He wanted to displace Britain from its privileged position in Europe. At that time, Britain had a privileged position in the whole of Europe, and Napoleon wanted to displace the privileged position of Britain in Europe, and he considered Britain as a nation of shopkeepers. So in 1812, France became the power center of Europe. So that was the aim of Napoleon. And how did France begin to decline? What was the decline of France? Decline of France began after the Russian campaign. And what was the reason for that? The reason was that France invaded Russia in winter, which means France attacked Russia during winter, and the French army perished due to bitter cold. The French army could not sustain the cold, the bitter cold that was in Russia. So enemies of France took it as an opportunity to attack France. So this is how the decline of France began. And we have an important battle to be learned, that is Battle of Leipzig in 1813. That is the alliance, the combined forces of Sweden, Austria, Prussia and Russia defeated France in the famous Battle of Leipzig in 1813. In 1814, they occupied Paris and Napoleon was forced to abdicate. Abdicate means run away from the place and exiled to an island. We have another important war, the Battle of Waterloo. What is this particular war? Napoleon refused to accept the defeat because he was a very ambitious man, so he did not want to accept the defeat. He gathered a small army and marched towards Belgium, but he was defeated again. So the dreams of Napoleon were shattered, and in 1821 Napoleon was dead. So this is what happened, the post-revolution period, and the impact under two headings: what happened in France and what happened outside France. So this is the end of this particular chapter, the ages of revolutions, and we have gone through two important things. One is the American War of Independence, second is the French Revolution. So go through the video once again along with the PDF notes so that you will be able to understand it better. Thank you, children.